Shalom. I want to start off by giving, as always, all praise, honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Hachadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to all you Akim who are pushing this word around the globe in truth and in sincerity and with faith. So I'm just going to do I guess you could call it an in-transit because I'm travelling. So a little lesson here on some of the things I've seen during the past few days. I just want to do a little lesson on some things and bring out some scriptures, and hopefully, Lord willing, this will be edifying. So as you probably know, we're in this season of gay pride. There's a lot of gay pride parades taking place around the world at this current moment in time, and it's all pushing this LGBTQ agenda. So I've been seeing some things, and it's like the wickedness in this place is at an all-time high. If you can't perceive that there's been a big push in a big shift in promoting this LGBTQ, then you've got to be fast asleep. And all this stuff just makes me think that the Lord's return is getting nearer and nearer, because every year it seems like the wickedness get worse and worse. So I was out yesterday and I saw this image that's on the screen here, and it says it's not just an offensive, it's an offence. And here you have two clearly lesbian women engaging in inordinate affection, and what you have in the background is two Edomites, and in the middle you've got the face of, I suppose it would be Jake, who's condemning this homosexual activity, which is a righteous thing to do. But here you've got his face with this type of picture in place, as if it's a mugshot of a criminal. So here you have Esau trying to criminalize righteousness, because we're not supposed to embrace LGBTQ. We're supposed to rebuke it, and we're supposed to condemn it. Micah chapter 2 and verse 10 says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, for it's polluted and it will destroy you with a sore destruction," roughly paraphrasing. And that's exactly the state of the world that we're in right now. I mean, I'm out at the moment and I'm walking down the road. It's an empty street, nighttime, and the way I feel about being in this world is that that I'm dead to this world, hence the name of my channel. But also it's like being locked in a room and someone's fighting in the room, and there's no windows, and you can't open the door, and you're stuck in there with this stinking smell, and it's getting worse and worse, and you can't breathe. That's how I feel about being in this world, because the wickedness is just through the roof, and everywhere you turn to your left, you're seeing some wickedness. You turn to your right, you're seeing some other wickedness, and it's like this world is just covered in gross darkness, as it says, and gross darkness have covered the people. And these people are just they're just like walking charcoal, man. It's hard to look at people and actually see any life in them. Like, you just look at them and they're just dead, walking around like zombies with no purpose other than to catch a nuke. And I'm not saying that to sound proud or anything like that. It's just being it's like, because you're awake to this truth and you're aware of what's going on, and you can see these other people are still asleep. It's like, man, if they ain't gonna wake up now when this truth has flooded the internet, if they ain't gonna wake up now, they ain't never gonna wake up. And it's evident that Yahweh has blinded their eyes and covered their ears so that they can't receive this truth. So I'm gonna move on to a couple of more images that I just saw literally as I was just walking through the shopping centre. I've seen this is in the windows of Primark, and as you can see, they're promoting the LGBTQ with clothing now. So you have these rainbow coloured outfits here, and you've got one for a kid as well. And as you can see, they're trying to get the youth them to be into this LGBTQ madness. And it's really annoying for me, because inherently there's nothing wrong with a rainbow. And they're taking the symbol of such a beautiful thing, which is the covenant that Yahweh gave to Noah back in book of Genesis, if I'm not mistaken. It's in the 9th chapter, where he told him that he told Noah after he came off the flood that the rainbow would be a symbol of the covenant that Yahweh made promising that he'd never destroy the earth by the water again. So there's not going to be another flood, but there will be another destruction, but this time it's going to be thermonuclear destruction. It's going to be with Yahweh sending Yahawashi and his innumerable number of angels with the chariots, and also the nukes are going to destroy Babylon the Great in 1 hour, as the scriptures say. So moving on, see it says Primark London, hashtag proud. What can you say? So you've got these rainbow coloured outfits, and as I said, there's nothing inherently wrong with wearing multicoloured clothing, but it's just this whole thing is being defiled in wickedness, because they're trying to take this beautiful symbol and associate it with one of the most abominable things that a man or a woman can do, which is commit the act of sodomy. So this was I think this is Calvin Klein's shop. Look at this. It says nothing but pride in hashtag my Calvins, and they're again promoting this LGBT shit. And look at this. This is the worst offender. Here you've got two fucking flaming sodomites hugging up on each other with their Calvin Klein underwear on. So let me get some scriptures out. Oh, hang on. I think there's one more thing I saw. Yeah. It says introducing the Calvin Klein Pride capsule. Classic styles to wear with pride. In support of LGBTQ equality, Calvin Klein has made a donation to the Human Rights Campaign Foundation. So basically, by buying this shit, you're essentially supporting LGBTQ causes. So, you need to be wise in where you're spending your money, because you really want to be supporting this kind of stuff if you're an Israelite man or woman. And I saw this. It says 50 years of queer revolt, Saturday 6th of July, central London. And what do the scriptures say? I can't remember the exact number of the scripture, but in one of the scriptures, it might be in Samuel, it says rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. And this is all talking about revolt. Revolt for what? 50 years of queer. I mean, think about it, man. 50 years isn't even a very long time. That's within the average lifespan of most people. But you need to cast your back to ancient times, man, and be in an ancient mindset if you're in this truth. And you need to always have your mind on how Yahweh destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. That place got leveled, and it still stands as a testimony to the wrath of Yahweh against those who wish to live ungodly to this day. But these people don't know this history. They're not going to do a YouTube search to see, hey, you know what, man, I wonder if Sodom and Gomorrah is actually a real place on the earth and if it exists today. If they did, maybe they'd learn to fear Yahweh, but as many of them won't, they're going to have to learn through pain. As Apostle Gabar says, when words won't teach, pain will, or adversity will. So let me get the scriptures out. It's lucky I've got the notifications on, I didn't turn them off. But this is Matthew 24 and 21, and this is Yahawashi speaking, and he says, for there shall be great tribulation such as there was For there shall be great tribulation such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And that's, through the Spirit, I'm beginning to perceive that Yahawashi is indeed shortening this time, because things are happening really fast now. I mean, if you're keeping up to date with what's going on in Israel, especially in GMS, as you know, there's a house cleaning season going on, and there's been a lot of shake-ups going on, and this, these are just signs of the times that Yahawashi is literally, he's crossed the threshold, is past the front gate, is literally at the front door with the key in the lock, literally just about to turn it. That's how close we are to the end of this thing. Obviously, no man knows the day or the hour of the Lord's return, but you've just got to be occupied in prophecy and pay attention to, the state of the world and what's going on. And you can see that this thing is really rapidly approaching its end. So I'm going to pull two more scriptures out just quickly. These are bread and butter scriptures to cut homosexuality. Leviticus 18 and 22. Shit. Don't want to hit that. This has fucked it up. Can't hit Leviticus because of this Mobizen piece of shit. There we go. I guess Mobizen doesn't want me to bring out this truth, but it can't stop it, man. This is Leviticus 18 and 22, and it says, "Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination." Yep. I'm going to read that one more time, just in case those who didn't get it. Leviticus 18 and 22, it says, "Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination." I want to get Leviticus 20 and 13. And this says, "If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them." So that's the judgment for homosexuality. If you want to be a sodomite, you're going to burn. You're either going to learn this truth or you're going to burn for this truth, because this truth is coming to pass whether you like it or not. And Yahawashi, they're bringing big time wrath and destruction on this place. It's going to be so bad to the point where, just like in, is it 2nd Ezra's, where Uriel said to him, "Do not be concerned with how the wicked shall be destroyed, but concern yourself more with how the elect shall be saved." Roughly paraphrasing something to that effect. I think that's 2nd Ezra's, maybe around chapter 6, I don't know. Can't remember off the top of my head, but that's the whole point. The salvation of the elect is going to be a miraculous thing beyond anything you can imagine. And the way we're going to get out of this place is literally going to be by divine intervention. It's going to be so bad out here. I mean, this is, when you see Yahweh's wrath in full effect, you know, man, the whole world is going to tremble. And they're going to learn to fear the wrath of Yahweh, which is, in Proverbs 1, it says that, is it Proverbs 1? Let me just check that. I think it is. Proverbs 1 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, but fools hate instruction." Let's see if that's right. Yes, here we are, Proverbs 1 and 7. "The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." So I'm going to close out on that. I don't need to say no more. So once again, giving all praise, honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem, it's like it. Giving all praise, honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Sincere shalom to all you Akim who be pushing this word around the globe in faith and truth and in sincerity. And until the next lesson, Lord willing, I say shalom.